What is wrong? You've had Sizewell A, you've had Sizewell B. It's produced lots of money, lots of jobs in the local Suffolk economy. What on earth is wrong with moving on to Sizewell C?
There were no miraculous regeneration of the area after Sizewell A or Sizewell B, of course. It's still pretty run down in that area. What's wrong with it is the fact that it's a massive development on the Suffolk coast, on an eroding coast, in a flood zone. There are still investigations going on to find out whether the land upon which it is being built, or it's planned to be built, is actually stable enough to hold the weight of the nuclear power station. It's going to have a massive impact in this area. It's an infringement on the area of outstanding natural beauty. It will impact directly the RSPB Minsmere Reserve, which is world-renowned. It's going to impact special sites of special scientific interest. It's going to bring 12.1 million tonnes of aggregate from the West Country into an isolated spot on the East Coast at vast cost. You said it was, in your introduction, Nigel, you said it was carbon-free. Sadly, it's not at all. And even if it were, by 2035, which is when Sizewell C is first mooted to bring the first kilowatt of electricity to the grid, the whole of the energy sector will be carbon-free by law. That's what Boris has told us.
Really?
So the impact of, yes, absolutely. that's what he said. By 2035, the whole of the energy sector will be carbon-free.
Pete, let me just stop you for a sec.
Going to be a benefit. Yeah, go on.
Let me just stop you for a sec. I understand your concerns about the environment. By the way, I've been to Minsmere myself. I've seen the avocets nesting there. I understand what you're saying. However, we are facing, a very major problem with power generation in this country. It's so serious that the lights could even go out next February if a big anticyclone sits over the North Sea and the Suffolk coast. And I understand that building motorways and building power stations, these are horrible, ugly things.
The last time we heard about it, they were supposed to go out in 2017. Didn't go out. We haven't built anything since 2017.
Already in Germany. Well, if you don't think we've got an energy problem, John, well, I'm afraid you're wrong. In Germany, already we're seeing power rationing. We have to sort ourselves out. The idea that all electricity generation by 2035 is going to be carbon-free is baloney. We need something. Are you Let me just ask you a second question. Boris will be gone next Tuesday, thank goodness, so we won't have to put up with his ludicrous energy policy, which has perhaps been the single worst thing he's done. John, I understand. If I lived on the Suffolk coast, I'd be very, very thoughtful. I get your point. These are great, big, ugly structures. I'm very familiar with Dungeness A and B in Kent. I get those points. I understand it. It's a beautiful stretch of coastline in Suffolk. I get all of that. But let me ask you one more question. Do you object to nuclear energy as an industry, or is it just the siting of it in Sizewell?
Oh, as an industry. I mean, it's the other side of the nuclear weapons argument. I don't know if you're aware of this, but the Science Policy Research Unit at Sussex University did a study on what actually drives the fixation that the government has with nuclear power. And they looked at it from every angle, from cost to environment to jobs, every angle. And the only thing they could come up with is that it's so important to the nuclear weapons industry because it keeps the knowledge base and it keeps the supply chain for the renewal of Trident going, without which we wouldn't have Trident available to us in the next 20, 30 years. Wow. It's the other side of the nuclear weapons argument.
I think you'll find actually that the Trident nuclear technology is more American than it is UK.